What up? What up? We are DV, and today is Saturday, March, I believe, the 8th or something like that. March 8th, 2025. Saturday. So we chilling, man. It's the weekend, gonna chill, but we're gonna take care of some business, obviously. But we're gonna definitely take the opportunity to do less.
Exactly.
And gain more. Do less and gain more. That's what we're chopping it up about today with you. So sometimes sometimes every week I take a lazy, aka lazy day, right? Right. To do almost nothing, right? Just to chill out. And obviously Saturday, as we know, the Sabbath is a perfect day to do it. Sometimes people do it on Sunday, whatever, floats your boat. But what I'm talking about is sometimes with these so-called lazy days, the days to do nothing, is like taking a pause. Taking a pause, it's taught that doing nothing is lazy, right? But in reality, doing nothing that day that you take a pause on, is actually a chance to gain more, right? Do less, gain more. You could gain more from it by taking a break, right? Energizing yourself, letting yourself recharge, right?
For sure.
Because if you're always on go all the time, you will eventually run out of energy, and you'll probably be less productive too. You know what I'm saying? Your mind's tired. You're less creative because you'll be worn out.
Yeah.
And I've seen that in my own life as well. I used to be one of those people who thought being a workaholic or a grindaholic or a hustleaholic was all life was about. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That kind of mentality.
That's some of the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Right. Even though America has taught us with this whole hustle culture shit, but It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. You need rest, and like I said, you're more productive. You're actually you're more efficient and effective when you take a pause and you take a rest. Right?
Sure.
So, example in my life that I had. Well, I was gonna give you a small example, a story of when I worked. Once again, I'm gonna go back to when I had that 10-year job. As a bookkeeper and a few other things, case manager, all that shit I was doing all at once. But mind you, I was doing all those jobs all at once for what I thought was a lot of pay at that time. At the time we went from the music business to living in St. Louis, and I wanted a square job and I wanted a stable life, and I had it. Although things got very boring, and most of all, it got very stressful because I was juggling a lot of things and never took days off. And I was one of the people who worked there and thought people would tell me, they called me Lindsay, that's my last name. Lindsay, you never take a day off. I thought that was cool, because that's how I grind, that's how I grind. I thought that was a cool thing. I was always tired, gained hella weight, just grumpy all the time because I never took a day off, so Jared's tripping out this squirrel right now that keeps coming over here. He's trying to pick a
bold as hell, boy.
He's trying to pick a fight with him.
Respect my space.
But anyway, back to the video. What I'm saying is I was working at that job, and I was just really tired all the time, and I thought it was the shit to never take a day off. And then I realized how unproductive I actually was being. I was just going through the motions. I was going, but my work was shitty. My work quality was shitty. You know what I mean? I was fucking up all the time, missing all kind of details. My personal life, I was fucking up with that. My hygiene was horrible. My health was horrible. I was neglecting so many other things. I wasn't really that efficient, although I thought I was because I worked because I never took a day off.
Yeah.
And so I realized the moment I started taking days off. Those days off allowed me to get better sleep, allowed me to come up with more creative ideas, a way to get out of that 9-to-5 hustle. Right? It allowed me to come up with side hustles. That way I didn't have to work so hard at my 9-to-5. It allowed me to days off where I could work out, eat better, sleep better. I became a better person, a more efficient person. So, that's one good example in my life where I learned the difference between being on that hustle, grind, never taking a day off, to when I finally realized was brave enough, and it really was a fear of mine, to be honest. I was scared to be broke. It was a fear, really. So I never took a day off. But when I finally did, I realized I was actually making more money, and I was healthy, and I was happier. So that's a great example of how taking a step back, taking a moment to yourself, a pause, aka a lazy day, some people call, will actually be more productive. It'll actually make you better, as opposed to less productive. The way we're taught in this society is that doing less equals getting less. But in reality, there are times where you can actually do less and gain more. And I think that's what we should be aiming for.
For sure. Yeah, so we're talking about downtime. You know, it's important to take downtime in everything you do. Every human being on earth, if you got a job or if you don't have a job, you're self-employed or not, if you're employed by somebody else, if you're a mom, you're a dad, you got kids, you know, you work out a lot. All these things require some downtime in order to recharge, to heal. For example, I said working out. When you're at the gym, some people work out 6 days a week. That's insane.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the reason why I say that is because the body needs time to grow.
Exactly.
Repair itself while you sleep.
Right.
You know what I mean? And while it does that, you're gaining strong. You're gaining strength. But when you're constantly putting that wear and tear on it, don't give it time to recharge and reheal and regrow and repair, you're only hindering your growth. So now you're going nowhere fast. You're putting all that wear and tear on your body. Right. But when you don't take days off, you know what I mean? You're gonna wear and you're gonna put more tear on the body, and then you're gonna end up fucking having to stop for about a month as opposed to a couple of days or a week. You know, I've done this many times in my life. I've made this mistake when with working out. You go to extreme, and you end up hindering your growth process. You know.
Exactly.
But that's just with that. But in general, like in life, physically the body is meant to exert energy, conserve energy.
Right. Well, that's the way of nature as well, right?
Conserve energy, exactly. That's the way of nature. Mother Nature works the same way.
Right.
So but if you don't go through that process and do it in that way, it's a more natural way. Going is an unnatural way of being.
Right.
You know what I mean?
On the go all the time.
I think some people confuse that with being in the flow. That's not being in the flow.
Right.
That's not flowing. Because the natural rhythm of the way life works is ups and it's downs.
Right.
If you're always going, that's out of rhythm. That's out of flow.
Right. And everything in nature has a pause time.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's downtime.
Yeah.
It's a rhythm, like you said. It's ups and it's downs.
Mm-hmm.
There's going and there's stop.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I mean, so even though in our society we promote that, because it promote the workhorse culture, Like I grind. That shit is played out, man.
Sounds like slave culture. Really.
It is, and then we promote it amongst ourselves because we don't know any better.
Right.
Well, you don't tell them, man. Don't tell that to the motherfucking mom that's got 4 kids that she loves very much and loves spending time with. That she's supposed to work.
Right.
The kids need their mom. Right. They need downtime with moms. Just chill and do nothing.
Same with the dads.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with dads.
And I say that even more because in our culture they make it sound like the man who's the provider.
Yeah, he's supposed to just work, and the kids never see him. They try to normalize this shit.
Right.
Just be working, never receive the love. The whole point why you going to work is to take care of the kids that you love. But you'll never get to spend time with them. That's not the only way to love your kids. They need to know that you love them and be there with them physically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we promote this in our culture.
But we put so much effort, telling the man to constantly be at work all the time and provide for the material part of it. What about all that other stuff that kids need? Right.
Because we all know it's important. We all were kids once. And the ones that have had their parents in their life, we know how important it is.
Yeah.
So why would we tell another person to just grind it out?
Right.
No, man, that ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Sleep later, that bullshit.
I sleep when I'm dead. Or I only need 2 hours of sleep. Bullshit, man. Even if you ain't sleep, you need some time to sit down and relax and do nothing.
Right. Everybody needs it.
A lot of people might think that's counterproductive or counterintuitive, but it's really not.
Yeah.
That's not the way of the flow. That's not the way the universe flows. You need time to rest in whatever you're doing.
Right. So, this is something you should consider if you're one of those people who was like me, who was on some grind, hustle type mentality. You know what I mean? Never sleep. And you'll see it in your face too. Trust me, I did. You know what I mean? You look tired all the damn time, It's not a good look, bro. It's not. So if that's what you're on right now, reconsider, please. Take it from me, someone who has been there and done that when it comes to those type of things.
That's not it, man.
Not it. You know what I mean?
Looking tired all the goddamn time. Like, especially if you work two damn jobs. If you're one of the people out there working 2 jobs, which a lot of people out here in LA are, just, they're working 2 jobs. And if you think it's okay to work 2 jobs and not take time to yourself, you got the wrong idea. If you think it's work 2 jobs and put someone else beside yourself first, you got the wrong idea, man. That is not healthy. It is not the flow. That is not it. You gotta look out for your star player, man. You're the one getting all this shit done. You're the one putting all the energy and effort into these things to make these things happen.
Right.
Make sure you take care of you first. And the best way to do that is give yourself the time to just be, to chill. You don't
Right.
always got to be doing something. You know?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Busybodies like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Give them a time to sit down. What they do
So
is
they
they get up,
get
stay
up,
cleaning,
right.
start talking even. It's like, shut the
Right.
fuck up, man. Just be quiet.
Literally do nothing.
Nothing.
And that's, you can tell people are addicted to doing something all the time. It's a real addiction, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, you'll get those people who will finally get a day off and still don't know what.
Don't
Anne
do
Mary
it.
is a great
Yeah.
example. Love you, Anne Mary, but she's a great example.
She's a
of that.
busybody.
Yeah, one of the people, you give a day off, she still doesn't take a day off, you know? She's always got to be doing something. There's a lot of people like that. Always got to be doing something, you know? And
It's okay. What the point of that is, it's okay to just be.
Yeah.
No, the world, the sky's not gonna fall if you don't get that day in to just sit and chill. You know, everybody. Maybe you do got people dependent on you, but you better find you a moment to just be there for you. Because if you don't, this shit gonna come crashing down anyway.
you won't be able to be there for them anyway.
Yeah, it's called crash out. It's called burnout. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it happens when you overexert yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like one of the biggest lessons in life, one of the most important processes of life, is to learn to be able to conserve your energy,
Right.
to be able to use your energy and exert it when necessary, not overexert it all the time.
Right.
It's out of whack. It's out of balance.
Which again, that's one of the things we're always pushing is balance, right? And this whole goal of success and self progress and, you know, making yourself a better person. All of that is not reachable without balance. And this is all about, it's really ties into more balance, you know. It still ties into this whole balancing that we're always preaching. And self-love, you know. We're always talking about this self-love shit. That's part of it right there too. You know, love yourself enough to give yourself a break. And trust that things will still work according to, if not necessarily the plan. Well, I will say according to plan, according to a higher plan. It may not always, 9 times out of 10, it's never the plan you got set up anyway, right?
Right.
But it always goes according to plan, the higher plan that's set up for you. So how do we do that? How do we what are ways that they could take time to pause, you know? How do you do it? Especially if you're a person who's addicted to it.
You just gotta be. I think it takes having courage to just let go, the courage to just accept what is.
Like the trust fall thing.
The trust fall thing, yeah. Trust fall with yourself.
Right.
Trust yourself that you love yourself enough to make sure that you get the time you need to do nothing and make sure everything's gonna be okay still.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, it's really a big trust thing. It's a loving and trusting yourself thing. It really does come back to yourself because it's like you got to give yourself the okay. You got to give yourself the permission to chill and not think about all the things going on around you.
Can't wait for someone else to give it to you, give you the permission.
Ain't nobody gonna get that to you.
Right.
Not your motherfucking boss, not your kids, not even if they do love you. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know what's going on internally like that. They don't really know what's going on inside you like that.
Right.
That's for you and your spirit to figure out. You got to give yourself permission to just be, because you deserve it. You did it for everybody else, but you got to do it for you too. You got to recharge, or you ain't gonna have shit left.
Yeah.
So you deserve it. First of all, you got to convince yourself that you deserve it. You have to know that you deserve it. You have to believe that you deserve that time to just do nothing and chill, and the sky will not fall. Everything will not go awry by you giving yourself 5 to 10 minutes of alone time to just be. Do nothing. You know? You deserve it.
How many of you even know what that feels like?
I bet a lot
To
of
literally
people
do
don't.
nothing? How many? Do you know? If you do, leave some comments. Let us know. Because I'm really curious about how many of you even know what it feels like. It feels great, I'm telling you.
It's exhilarating.
You know?
Yeah, but it's just freeing, you know? It's like, all these things that you may have to try to uphold, right? Bills, all these different things. You may be busy, you have to do laundry or clean the car, wash the car, go to work, go to school, all these homework. You have all these things that you have to do. But you have to balance the shit. You have to give a little energy to this, a little energy to that, and accept when you can't give no energy to certain things. You have to accept it. You can only do so much. It's only, you know what I mean? Like, don't be irrational about it. Don't fucking stress yourself out to the point where you fucking have an anxiety attack. You have stomach ulcers because you're thinking, how can I manage all these different things? The reality is, you do the best you can on each one. You get a little energy here, a little bit of energy there. And when you're out of energy, you need to say, all right, I'm spent. I'm done for the day. Try something else. Now this is for me because I need this time right now. That's what you do. and then you say fuck whoever don't like it. I bet you when you get done, they still fuck with you, right? Because you know what? You're very important and you're very much needed. But you can't be shit to all these people and all these things around you if you don't give yourself the time necessary.
Right. So, that's exactly what we're doing today. It's a Saturday in Long Beach. We're over here at Bixby Park, enjoying the farmer's market, you know what I mean?
Ate some bomb-ass fresh fruit, organic fruit.
Yeah.
It was delish.
No doubt about it, man.
You ever heard, what the hell was that shit called? A lemon mango? You ever heard of that?
A lemon,
I ain't never heard of that. I never
a
even seen
lemon
one.
mango, a lemon...
Oh, no,
lemon grapefruit.
A lemon grapefruit, that's what it was. My
lemon
bad.
grapefruit.
Yeah.
Of course, blood oranges, bomb as fuck. My fingers were kind of red
organic,
from
man.
it.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't eat organic fruit that often, but goddamn, I see why you should.
Right.
It is a difference.
No doubt about it. It was good. Eat your fruits and vegetables too.
So,
I forgot how great fruit is. I drink a lot of juice though, but I just don't eat a lot. I don't actually eat a lot of solid fruit, but I'm gonna start now for sure. Starting today.
yeah.
But yeah, man, we're not doing nothing super too crazy. You know what I mean? We're just chilling, enjoying the day for what it is, enjoying the city for what it is. You know? We got the beach in the background.
Straight up. Ate some fresh fish straight from the fucking ocean.
Right.
Some seafood straight from the Pacific back there. You know what I'm saying? Some grilled, tri-grilled oysters.
Right.
That was bomb as fuck. Shout out to LaQuat.
Right.
Hooking that up.
No doubt.
Long Beach.
Also gonna smoke some of this bomb.
Yeah. Courtesy of Mother Earth.
Right.
On the Pacific side of things.
Right. California sun.
California sun-kissed marijuana.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, I'm saying all that to say, if you want to be successful, if you want to be progressive, one of the ingredients, again, that we were just talking about yesterday, one of the ingredients that plays a huge part in this whole thing is pause. Take a pause. Rest. It's a natural law. It really is. It's a natural law. So follow the
law of rhythm.
The law of rhythm. If you ever look up the law of rhythm in the laws of Tahuti or the Hermeticism, you'll find about one of the laws of rhythm. I think it's basically about what we're talking about. That creates that rhythm, that pause. Yeah, because honestly, let me tell you this too. If you don't do it for yourself, the universe will do it anyway. But it'll be an abrupt way. More times than not, it'll be an abrupt way that'll seem, unhealthy for you. But it's gonna do it for you because that's how much the universe loves you. Only thing is, it's gonna feel very abrupt. So I advise you to do it now. You take the time to do it. You take the time to do it. You make the time to do it. Because the universe will do it for you. It won't feel so good if the universe has to do it for you.
Yeah.
So you should do it yourself.
It will be very uncomfortable, but nonetheless, it will get the job done.
Right.
Because it loves you.
Right.
Not because you're being punished. Nothing like that. It just, you need to be shaken up. You weren't getting the message. Because these messages are always around you. We get many messages around us all the time. But that's why it's important to stop and pause. Silent time. Quiet. Chill. Pause. Be still. So you can hear these messages and take, and see and just observe the signs that it's time for whatever your spirit is trying to take you through, whatever kind of guidance is giving you.
Right.
That's why it's important to have silent time, downtime, to heal, gain intuition, strengthen your intuition, get the inner guidance that you're trying to receive, the inner guidance that you're being given, but you can't receive it until you be quiet and take that time. Another reason why we're intuitional. We're human beings, but we also operate off intuition. You should be.
And when it comes to taking time, also, please take time to share this video with somebody you think that might actually get something out of this video. Any little thing that you think they can get out of this, or even yourself, like the video, and even more, share it around to people who actually get something from this.
For sure.
If it resonates with you, share it, like it, And also, I want to know what you think. Leave some comments in the videos. That's what I really want to see. That way I know that you're actually listening to us, you're here with us, you're connecting with us, right? That's the biggest reason why we're even doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the money. I'm doing this because I really just want to stay connected to people who are like me. Right? So, as always, subscribe to the channel as well. Like, share, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, I love myself. and I also love you. But I love you because I love myself. So you should love yourself for yourself.
For sure.
Peace.
Yeah.